Shut up! You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta...
Hey, what's up YouTube friends and family? It's Cousin Ryan, and I just wanted to give you a little update on our car project. It is now July 5th, 2021. I think our last update was filmed a couple weeks ago, maybe? I don't remember if I said the date in that one. But the excitement is Ryder is going to be here the day after tomorrow, so this will be our last update before he sees the car. Yeah, so let's take a look. I'm not sure what order. I've got a bunch of videos filmed of different things I've done on the car, just simple things, and I'm not sure what order those are going to be filmed in, or posted in. But this will be like the last one filmed before Ryder gets here. So here we go. We'll go ahead and lift the back up here. The car is completely cleaned out. I got all the holes filled in the floor with fiberglass. And I know that is not always an ideal fix, but for the size of the holes, which were really small, the fiberglass was an alright fix. It wasn't structurally compromised. We were just patching the holes. You can see I painted the ceiling in here, got rid of the rust, put the new taillight lenses on, got all the new wiring in back here, all the wiring to the back. This wiring will go to the sending unit for the fuel gauge, and it also goes to the electric fuel pump that we'll be installing. Yeah, those are pretty much the main thing since the last time. Again, fixed up the holes here, and let me grab something, I'll show you. I still got it, hang on. This was my mixing bucket for the fiberglass resin. You can see how it got it's pretty hard in there now. I tried to pry the brush out and it broke. But what happened, you can see here how it's all started to clump up. My friend Peter, who has a lot of experience with fiberglassing, said this is when it starts getting too hot. And I had mixed it up in here enough to do everything within like 15 minutes. And I made it to here with about 10 or 15 minutes into the project, and it started to heat up and clump, and kind of you could see some smoke coming up off of it. It was getting really hot. But he said everything else went fine, and he said this is what happened here, is it started to get too hot. There's too much mixed in here, but it'll work. Once the carpet's over this, it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Still got some steering column wiring to do there. The dashboard's completely rewired. I don't know if you guys can see the purple wire coming out of the dash over there. That'll be for the tachometer. We do have a clock that needs to go in here still that we pulled out of the junkyard. What else? Dome light. The dome light needs to be plugged in. That's been a little bit of a wiring, not a nightmare, but just figuring out how to make it work with these buttons here. These buttons weren't in this car. I got these out of one in the junkyard, and when they're pushed in, the circuit's open, so the light won't come on when you open the door. That closes the circuit and the light comes on. But the trick is also making it function with the headlight switch. When you turn it, it'll also turn the dome lights on. So on the other side over there, I had to jump past the button, the door jamb button, with the wire from the headlight switch. It wasn't a big deal, but you know, it took me a while to get my brain engaged, and it was actually a pretty simple solution when we got down to it. Got new headlights in. Yeah, I think that's about all the progress. Some of the other stuff you can't see in here. We've now got, we don't have the master cylinder in yet, but I did test the blower motor. That black cylinder there in the firewall is the blower motor for the heater. That works. The windshield wiper motor does not work. So that will be, I don't know, a problem for another day. I don't know what we're going to do with that. A new one or a rebuilt one's about 300 bucks on eBay, and I just cringe at that thought because this car won't be intended to be driven in the rain, but wipers are good. So the less sexier things we've done that you can't see from the outside but will extremely enhance the performance. We've put new bushings on the front end here, new ball joints and shocks on that side, and suspension bushings. We've still got the lower control arm bushings to do on this side as well. We've got the calipers and rotors on. the used ones. I've got brand new ones. We just used the used ones off of my race car, and but I got new ones because the race car has sat for a long time and the rotors were kind of rusty. So we're gonna start with fresh rotors and calipers. We just wanted to use the used stuff to make sure everything would fit, and it did. So we're in good shape there. And I think that's it for today. I'm excited to surprise Ryder with our Ectomobile project. So yeah, until the next video, you guys. Thanks for hanging out and checking out the car with me in the progress, and be excellent to each other.
You know, say it's cousin Ryan on the Hollywood Boulevard. You know, say it bigger than any superstar. All of us spit you some real to a bar. Some them sweeter than any chocolate bar. Boom!
Hey.